Actually made a lot of progress with the street overlay project, and we're really excited about it. Where we're at right now, during our last council meeting, KSA Engineering Services came in and helped us award a bid to Lakey Construction, their local outfit. And so basically once you do that, once you're able to award the bid, get kind of a schedule of what exactly the scope of the project's going to entail, then they're able to go ahead and get it on their books, start mobilizing, getting equipment, getting materials ready, and really put it into their schedule. So, you know, we're very close to an actual start date. And at that point, I think most people will agree, when you can get the government agencies out of the way and engineering, so, you know, just let the contractors do what they do, things start getting done pretty quickly. And so we're very excited about that. Really what it means to award the bid is that for the most part, we've jumped through all the statutory hoops, jumped over all the hurdles that really involve federal money, and just, you know, kind of when you're dealing with a city, some things, you know, the wheels don't turn as quickly as we would like, but the encouraging part is that we're past all of that, and now we just let a contractor get to work and do what they do best, and that's in this case, it's going to be overlaying streets in Diboll to the tune of about $500,000 worth of streets. So we're very excited about that. We received bids from two different local contractors, Drury Construction and Lakey. The way we went out to bids, the idea was to get as much impact as we could to be able to make our money go as far as we could. So we actually had them bid on more streets than we knew we were able to going to overlay, right? So the bids came in, that bottom line was way higher than, you know, we knew we had money to do. But the idea is that because they bid the streets individually, we were able to then go back and use their bids and kind of piece together the best schedule for our money to go farther than it would have been otherwise. So for example, if we'd have just asked them to bid on the top 4 streets we wanted, well, those would have been over budget. So then we would have had to have gone back and say, all right, well, instead of doing this street, can you come back and do this street? Or there's also the other option is maybe we get in there and the work is a little easier. There's maybe not as many base failures. So the money went further than it would have, and we could have added a 5th street, right? So instead of going back and going to council to redo these bids or going out to bid again, because that's expensive and it's a long process, we put way more out than we knew we could afford in the beginning. But what that does is it gives us a lot of flexibility as a city, as a council, to decide how best to use the money that we have. So that was a long way of saying, when it was all said and done, we had a ton of flexibility, and we're going to be able to make that money go a lot farther than we would have been if we'd have gone the traditional method of bidding, where we just asked, hey, these are our top 3 priorities, bid those, and then we'll see what happens. Instead, we put out the top 8 priorities, and now we're going to have 4 of the top 5 streets that need to be overlaid in town based on the evaluations and grading, and we're going to be able to get those knocked out, and it makes the whole process a lot smoother. So very proud of the strategy that we've adopted doing this. Again, makes ROI to engineers and contractors, city council, and it lets the citizens know that we are putting every bit of effort that we can to make sure we're doing this right. At the end of the day, it's a lot of money. Granted, the majority of it's grant money, but it is still being, we're being as fiscally responsible as we can, and we want to make sure our citizens are seeing the most positive impact they can when this project's done.